this is me here and I'm back with another rant. This one's gonna be on double standards. The commonly known and the lesser known. Any double standards you want me to talk about in another video? Like a review video? Tell me any double standards that you know about that I haven't mentioned in this video. And I'll make another video covering those. And explain to me why there's such a double standard. Explain to me. Okay, one double standard is guys can't hit girls. Now, in the case of a husband beating his wife, yes, guys can't hit girls. But if it's consensual. Now, what I mean by consensual is, for example, you see a boy and a girl arguing in school, maybe in the gymnasium, they're sitting there and they're arguing. The guy mentions how much he'll beat up the girl if they ever are in a fight or an altercation, and then the girl decides to just suddenly say, "Okay, then let's go at it." Now, basically, now it's consensual, meaning that if you agree to fight her, then you have the chance to beat her up as much as you wanted to, as much as you threatened to. Now, when the guy decides, after all the threatening he's made, to pull this statement, "I can't hit a girl," or "I wasn't raised to hit a girl," or "I can't hit girls," that's stupid, because if you're threatening to beat up a girl and kick her and slap her and punch her and hit her, and then the girl says, "Okay, let's go at it," you have the chance to actually inflict that type of pain. So it's both of your fault, because you're both deciding to go at it. But when you decide to say, "Oh, I can't hit girls," that's stupid, because so you had no problem threatening about how much she'll hit her and hurt her, but all of a sudden she decides, "Okay, let's see if we're actually gonna do it." You decide to say, "Oh, I can't hit a girl." Any true man, I'm just gonna say this, is talking about beating up a girl and like in school, like a guy or something, or like a student, or a male student, a female student, talking about arguing and talking about fighting, any true man or a boy or anything will say, "Okay," because if you're gonna stick to your guns. You can't just wuss out and say, "Oh, I can't hit a girl," because you had no problem threatening to hit a girl, but all of a sudden you can't hit her because she agrees to fight you. So you know that if you guys both fight and both of you get hurt, you're both going to get in the same amount of trouble. No one's going to get lesser punishment. Okay? Stick to your guns. If you say you're going to do something and you have the chance to do it, then do it. Don't say, "I can't do it." Because if you can't do it, then why even mentioning doing it? Why? That's part of double standards that I hate. People will say, "Oh, they'll do this and they'll do that," but then they'll pull a BS statement that basically clears them of all charges of saying, "Oh, well," it's like basically saying, "Well, I can threaten to do all this, but if you agree to actually fight me in a one-to-one battle and it's fair, well, then I can't hit you." Nope, people don't have a problem getting two of their friends and then deciding to jump you. No one has a problem there. But technically it's not a real fight, because the person didn't even agree to a fight. When you jump a person, anyone who doesn't know the slang term of jumped, is when it's like a person gets their friends and decides to beat up on you when you're alone or there's no one else around to defend you, or you're in a situation where you can't defend yourself because you were caught off guard. It's not actually a fight. It's not even a fair fight. It's being a coward, because you're going to threaten to beat them up, but then your friends. It's not you beating them up, it's your friends beating them up. And then they can go and complain about how you just threatened to beat them up. Now you can go say, "Well, we were arguing, she was fighting with me, she said she was going to beat me up, but she said she didn't say her friends are going to come beat you up. You didn't say your friends are going to come beat you up. You didn't say we are going to come beat you up. No, you said you. You didn't use a plural. You didn't say your friends are going to beat you up. No, you didn't. You jumped her. So you basically told her, I'm going to beat you up. But instead, in reality, you got your friends to help you beat her up. That means you're afraid to go against her yourself, or him, or whoever. That's being a coward. In my personal opinion, that's being a coward. Now, another double standard I hate is when a girl decides to to hang out with boys, and a boy decides to hang out with girls. I am a girl. Of course, you know that. That's completely obvious. I am a girl who likes to hang out with boys. In my group, I am the only girl. And basically, I'm in my group because we're like kind of like the strange group. We're basically like the people who don't fit. I'm the crazy otaku. My other friend's like the who's obsessed with science. My other friend talks about sports so much that it makes people's ears bleed. And that's where we are. And my other friend's like real feminine and says like, "Oh my god," a lot. And basically that's the class just calling them gay. So basically we're like the misfits. No one can put me in a group because no other otakus or anime freaks, they like to call it, or they call me animated freak, to put me in. A girl. The problem with a girl likes to hang out with guys. That shouldn't be a problem. Maybe the girl doesn't like hanging out with other girls because maybe the girls aren't as sporty as she is. Maybe the girl's a tomboy and she doesn't like hanging out with girls who like doing all this girly stuff. Maybe the girl wants to talk about sports. Maybe the girl doesn't like all this trivial stuff. Yeah, maybe. Because these double standards annoy everybody. And a guy can't hang out with girls because apparently that's a problem. What's wrong with a guy hanging out with girls? I never saw a problem. If a guy hangs out with girls, the guy actually has like a 24/7 advice column right there. I'm having girlfriend trouble. You got like three friends who are girls, basically ready to give your advice because you're friends. Because you could call up your friend who's a girl and say, "Hey, me and my girlfriend are in trouble. Can you ask me what I'm doing wrong?" You tell her the situation. She'll tell you from a girl's point of view what she thinks the girl's upset with you, and it's a girl's point of view, not a guy's point of view. So you have more insight. So double standards are basically like the epitome of why people get easily annoyed sometimes. Another double standard is saying the N-word. I'm black, okay? Now, when people say the N-word, it's not offensive to me. It annoys me because a white person can't say the N-word, but a black person can say it to another black person. Cause sometimes when I go hang out, or I go into like where I go hang out with my friends, or a random black person talks to me, they'll say, "Hey," N-word, and I'll be like, "Don't call me that," because it's offensive. It was offensive to the people who used to get called that. You had people before you fighting so that way you never be called that. But yet you're using it as a term of endearment. It was never a term of endearment. Nothing. That word isn't a term of endearment. No matter who says it, it's not. And you can't say, "Well, it's only okay if black people say it." No. It's not okay if black people say it. It's not okay if white people say it. It's not okay if anybody says it. I don't care. I don't care if you say, "Well, I'm black, I have the right to say it. It's a word about black people. Why can't black people say it?" Because it used to be a word that used to be used to offend black people. It used to be a word that people used to get called when they were being sprayed down with fire hoses. But it's kind of mean and stupid and basically spitting in the face of your grandparents when you use it as a term of endearment, because they fought for that right for you to never be called that word, to never use that word in your description. How can you just go suddenly use it as a term of endearment is beyond me. Now, I'm about to wrap this video up. In conclusion, double standards annoy all of us. The whole point of why they even exist is getting on my nerves. I hate double standards. I hate all of them. I hate every double standard. Every double standard about race, culture, where you're from, what neighborhood you grew up, shouldn't apply. If you're gonna make one rule for somebody, make it a rule for another person. If you're gonna tell a white person they can't say the N-word, tell a black person they can't say the N-word. If you're gonna tell a person they can't do this, but yet you can tell a person they can't do this, then you should tell both people they can't do it. You can't tell everyone, you can't tell a girl, you can't tell a guy who likes anime, who likes a magical girl series, tell them they can't watch that because they're a guy. Like, you can't tell a girl who likes action anime instead of a guy, instead of regular girly anime like drama and love and romance and blech. Because I don't like romance in my anime. I like blood and fighting. But that's about it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. But basically, double standards suck. Anyone wants to make a response video, tell me what they think of double standards, please, because I'm more than happy to hear about this information. Goodbye, and have a nice day.